Hi, it's Daphne. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you all the books I plan to read in May, aka my May TBR. So for May, I have a few specific reading goals I want to hit. Cindy from Read with Cindy is doing Asian Readathon again this year, so she just has a few prompts to get people into reading Asian books this month. They're very easy prompts. The basic idea is just to read books by Asian authors. I'm just going to take it at the bare minimum and add a couple Asian books in particular for my May TBR. And this readathon is in May because May is Asian American and Pacific Islanders Heritage Month. So the more you know. So the first book I'm putting on this TBR is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. I've had this book on my TBR for a while now. It is a contemporary romance. I believe it has neurological representation. I think maybe somebody is on the spectrum. Yes, the main character, Stella, she has Asperger's. So this book is between Stella and Michael. Michael is an escort that she hires to teach her the tricks of love and sex and all the intimate things that come with being human and a sexual being. So I've heard a lot of good things about this. I am excited to finally prioritize it, and I hope I love it. And then I'm gonna put a second Asian book on my TBR. I am putting Pachinko on my list. So I have started this in the past. I started it a couple months ago, but I had to put it down just because I was not fully in the mood to read it. I was just like, I don't want to be sad, and I know it's gonna be sad, and I know it's gonna be like an epic family story. So this is about a Korean family, and I believe one of the daughters falls pregnant and she ends up marrying this traveling minister, and they move to Japan, and it's this whole family epic story apparently. Pachinko also, I believe, is like a kind of gambling game, so I'm interested to see how that will tie into the story. And just the first 30 so pages was quite sad. I mean, she got pregnant and like there's clearly an issue with the father because the guy she marries is not the father, but he's like here to take care of her or something. I don't know all the details because I didn't get very far, but I am gonna tentatively put this on my list because I really need to be in the mood, and I don't want to force it if I'm not in the mood. But I know this book is gonna be amazing. Obviously it has a nice award on the cover. Then just moving along, I wanna read Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. This I am very excited about. I am starting to learn that I kinda like mystery if it's done right. Right in the arbitrary way, that's just my specific opinion. But I know a movie just recently came out for this, and I was intrigued by the trailer, and then they put it on Book of the Month, and I just had to pick it up. And I just love the cover. It is stunning with the sunset and the like little boat on the river, and I'm just here for the drama of it. I hope it takes it far enough. I need it to be like extra, like I need to see how all the puzzle pieces fall together, you know? I want it to be shocking. So I hope this delivers. Obviously, Agatha Christie is a huge, huge, huge name, and I'm excited to read my first one by her. What the story is about? I think there's just like somebody gets murdered. I think this very rich woman gets murdered. I think maybe her ex is on there. I'm sure things will be revealed as it goes, but I don't really know that much about it, and I think that's probably for the best. And then I'm going to continue reading the Blood and Ash series. This is the second book in the series, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I recently finished the first one, which was a reread. This will also be a reread. Maybe eventually I'll get to the third book, which will be the first time I've read it. So that's the real goal. I just needed to refresh since it's been a long time since I picked this book up. So I'm excited to get to it, though I know what the flaws in this book are, and I might just make this like my slow pace read and then read books at the same time as this one, because this will definitely slow me down if I just focus mainly on this book. I need to read lighter stuff in between. So From Blood and Ash is about our hero Poppy, who is the maiden. She is chosen for this ascension ritual that these ascended beings need her for. She has no idea what that means. There are a lot of lies being told to her about how the world works, and things are coming to light for her, and people that she thought she knew turned out to be more than she expected. So the story picks up exactly where it left off in the first book, Literally the last page of the first book is the first page of the second book. It's like one ginormous book. But it is a fun world. It's not perfect, it's not for everyone, but I think the creativity in the story is intriguing enough to continue, even with its flaws. So I hope I still enjoy it, and I hope I can continue the series in general. There's like 5 books out right now, and I'll read them, but I don't know if I'll buy them. If I enjoy the 3rd book enough, maybe I'll continue to buy them physically. And then the next book I want to read is off Kindle Unlimited, and it's Blockshot by Kennedy Ryan. This is a basketball romance contemporary novel. I don't know that much about it. I believe it is an interracial relationship. I think the characters have a past. I don't want to read too much of the synopsis. I kind of want to go in more blind. This is the 2nd book in a series. The first book I read, which was Longshot, so I'm familiar with some of the characters. The main hero is this guy, Jared. He is like a basketball sports manager, and apparently it's enemies to lovers with a second chance romance. Our heroine, it looks like her name is Banner, and clearly they have a history, and for whatever reason, they despise each other. Though I don't think Jared really despises her. It sounds like he's in love with her and she's pissed at him for whatever reason. So I'm excited to experience it. One of my favorite booktubers, I think it was either Lacey or Jessica, mentioned that this is one of their favorite books by Kennedy Ryan, and that the enemies to lovers aspect, I think it was Lacey, was just amazing. So my expectations went up, and I'm excited to prioritize it more. I was just chilling with it on my Kindle, and now I'm like, oh, I gotta get to it. So I'm very excited to read this book. And then the last book I want to pick up is another Kindle Unlimited book. This is Forget Me Not by QB Tyler. I have not read any books by QB Tyler at this point in time, and Jessica from Peace Love Books really highly talks about this book. Like, she's always recommending this book. But it's about like a divorced couple, and I think the hero gets in like an accident and he loses his memories, so he doesn't remember why him and his now ex-wife split up and why they're not in love anymore. So he still feels in love, and he doesn't know like the bad history they went through. I think maybe he cheated on her in the past, but now that's all forgotten, and I think it's their second chance romance. It sounds so like heavy that I wasn't prioritizing it, but it's been sitting on my Kindle for so long, and I really want to just pick up the books that I was excited about at one point and just get to them, and if I didn't like it, you know, I can DNF it or whatever, but I kind of need to move on and just give them a try. So I have good expectations because Jessica really speaks so highly of it, but we'll see if I can deal with the heaviness of like divorce and cheating and second chances, and I don't know, but I'm excited to try a QB Tyler book for the first time. All right, so those are all the books I hope to get to in May. I'm not gonna try to put too much pressure on it. I don't have any like readathon hardcore prompts this month, so I'm probably just gonna mood read as well. If I get to these books, that would be great, but these are the books I'm vibing with right now, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in another video. Bye!